Welcome to With Styles. Got to turn my mic on. First of all, let me start with this. This is not UK talk. This is a Lane Kiffin talk. College football talk. I don't get it. I really don't. And this is what I don't get. Why can't I, as a head coach that has brought your institution to a level that it has never been in? Now I understand there's two sides. But why am I, as a head coach, looked poorly upon if if I am not at the point during the season able to make my timeline equate to your timeline? Because here's the deal. This is why I say that. Because you, as an institution slash fan base, can fire my ass whenever you want to. Look at all the coaches that have been fired early in the season. Did anybody think about, oh, let's let this coach have a little time? Let's give this coach the entire season before we fire him. Let's allow this guy's family to get themselves acclimated to finding a new job, a new situation, moving out of their current situation, packing up, whatever all that is going on. What happened is that people are, I can say this, maybe me being, no, it's national media too. Looks like that's A from X, getting on Lane Kiffin. What do you want Lane Kiffin to do? Some people are complaining that his family's going to visit Gainesville, coming down here to visit Baton Rouge. People getting on him for that. What is he supposed to do? Since y'all are giving him an ultimatum, make your decision before the Egg Bowl. That means his family has to visit potential suitors for him to make a decision before the Egg Bowl. The same way that institutions are able to send fillers out for the next coach before they fire your ass after game 4, 5, or 6. But it's one sided when a coach does the same thing. I'm not the big Lane Kiffin fan. He has definitely grew on me since his last couple head coaching jobs. What he has done in Oxford cannot be talked about enough. How many double-digit wins in the 5 years he's been there? But now people are upset with him with the way that this has progressed, which makes no damn sense. Y'all are obviously, I thought Ole Miss was ready for this, but obviously Ole Miss and some of the national media don't understand big time football. Because this is what happens in big time football. When you are not a traditional blue blood powerhouse traditional program and somebody elevates your program The big boys, when there are a chance, comes after your guy. Now, the crazy part about it, I think he's handled it pretty well. He has been focused on the players. Or as Nick Saban will say, don't don't buy into the rat poison. LSU or Florida better job. Thought it was LSU, but that's a dump the fire. Look, I'm down here in Baton Rouge. And if you can if you can compare them in a vacuum where it's just the athletic program, the resources, etc. LSU is a better situation currently. I mean, per capita, we have the most NFL players. We are the only show in town, and every kid, not every, but the majority of kids grow up here in this state wanting to play for LSU. So that's an easier opportunity because we're the only show in town. In Florida, there's many shows in town. However, the politics and the latest transgression of LSU is a dumpster fire. It, like A said, it's this. They have a new AD, a new president, and the governor tainted things with what he said about buyouts and payments of coaches, etc. The agent of Lane Kiffin is Jimmy Sexton. He is not going to sign or bring to his client a contract that doesn't protect his client. Lane Kiffin is going to command more than Kirk Cignetti. His buyout is going to be humongous. And if the governor says that he doesn't want that, I I don't see him coming here. But if I don't know what you if I'm Jimmy Sexton, I'm like, dude, you said that. You went on a media tour saying this stuff. How can I trust in a meeting that you're telling that you've been honest with you said, I'm gonna stay out of it? I don't know, yo. I just can't see that being I don't know. Ole Miss thinks they hold all the cards, not realizing they don't listen to fans, media, not football. Yeah, Ole Miss has no cards, yo. Um, Giving them an ultimatum makes it worse. Now, I understand that signing period is early. I understand that the portal is in January. I understand all that. I truly do. But in business, in this league, I don't think that's good business. And the reason why I don't think it's good business is because I know why y'all doing it. Y'all doing it for the fan base. That kind of stuff should not have been said out in public. That's kind of stuff that's said between you, the AD, the president, the boosters, and Lane. When you brought it out to the light, now guys like myself and other national media guys start to critique it. I think it was stupid. In a vacuum, yes, but man, the governor being involved makes a mess. Who in charge? Does the governor get reelected? Brandon, does the governor get reelected? You in Louisiana? I think he has a chance. I don't. I don't. I'm not totally up on my politics in this state, but I'm pretty sure he can't get primary. And since he can't get primary, I don't see why he wouldn't get reelected. Now, if he could get primary, then his opponent can lay out this situation and possibly be a Republican nominee. But since he's the incumbent, I don't think he can get primary. So because of that, yes, he will get reelected. So I am 90% sure he can't get primary. I'm just thinking of my past history of governors that was fighting for a second term. I don't think they were primary. I'm pretty sure they were not. So I think he highly likely will be. But for me, man, it's just the inability for everybody to be consistent. I'm not saying what Lane is doing is right for the university. I'm not saying that Lane is not at fault. However, when these institutions start firing coaches before they reach the halfway point, all that goes out the window. It just does. Jello, I appreciate that. Keep supporting, brother. I really appreciate that, Jello. It's crazy, man. Like it's all this stuff is crazy. And this is the thing, like when people get upset when players got paid, right? It goes back to when I played. We didn't have an SEC championship game. When they started adding conference championship games, when they started adding these extra streams of income for the institutions and for the conference, the only thing that was constant was the players scholarship. That's it. So now with the amount of money that's being made by institutions with TV deals and all that stuff, it's damn right the players could shake your head. But now fans are upset. They're not upset by the colleges. Look, I've said this so many times, and I know this to be factual because I did this in a comm class for my presentation. Is that in man, I don't remember when I took that communication class. It was either 95, it had to be 95. In 1995, the SEC conference made $40+ million. The entire conference made 40+ million. It was a little over $40 million. This had to be, when I last checked this about 6 years ago, the conference gave the University of Kentucky, one of its members, $40+ million in profit share. Think about that. 20-some years later, the conference member is making more than what the conference in its entirety made 25+ years earlier. So, come on, y'all. It's just weird how the consistency is not judged on consistency. I appreciate that, Jello. I really do. I don't know, man. Yeah, the ultimate is going to cost them and send them down the road of Florida, Carolina. That would be Vandy or the West. Well, first of all, Joe, there's no West and East anymore. Unfortunately, there is no West or East. But yeah, you're right. Because here's the thing, y'all. With all the institutions like IU and even Vandy and Ole Miss, is what comes first, the chicken or the egg? The great thing about what we did at UK is Mitch gave Stoops resources before he won 10 games. Now, I understand some people get upset they didn't get the resources to Rich Brooks, but he gave it to Stoops before he, in essence, earned it, as some people would say. IU, Vandy, Ole Miss, the same way. So now here's the deal with Ole Miss. If Lane leaves, let's say the boosters and the people, um, boosters and the people are going to still, let's say, give the resources for the first year. Maybe let's say first two, because they're pissed off that Lane leaves. What happens when the said coach only wins 7 games? This is what happens with what Joe's saying. What if they win 7 games the next 2 years? Are the boosters gonna still pony up, or they're gonna not? Are they gonna say my return on investment is low? And that's when, like Joe says, when you get into a situation where the program starts to drop. We'll see. Joe, you're my age. All right, Joe. Well, Joe, you're a little bit older than me, but you're around my age. So I don't know, man. That's the nature of the beast. Is you have to fund the program, and if you don't, it's gonna suffer. IU won. Look, and this is the thing. IU won big last year because Signetti was able to bring almost the entire JMU team with him. Consistency matters. Same thing with Vandy Diego. Consistency matters. Here's the crazy part. Now that I say that, here's the crazy part. So Clark Lee went to New Mexico State, brought that offensive staff, brought the quarterback, brought the tight end, brought some more players. New Mexico State. And they won 7 games last year. Signetti goes to Indiana, brings JMU players, and they win double-digit games. Chew on that for a second. I'm out.